Hey everyone, my name is Vincent Hernandez. Um, well, I'm here because I want to talk to you guys about my struggles with what happened last year in my life, and I just want to get it out there. It's just for me, also, um, just to put it out there and to continue life after this. So it's kind of a long story, but let's just get into it. Sometimes my stories go back and forth, so I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense to you, but I'm just gonna talk about everything, I guess. Yeah. Um, like I said, this is just for me, and then maybe you could get something out of it too. With the way that I'm working things out now and how everything, well, occurred throughout that time in my life. So let's get started. Yeah. Um, what happened was, okay. The main thing is that my previous partner, my girlfriend, my previous girlfriend, of 9 years and 6 months or so, we separated, and um, it hurt a lot. It did hurt a lot when we separated. I feel that we probably could have worked things out. We could have done so much more, but there were so many things in our way that just didn't work out. Um, so even starting off with the relationship, I thought, okay, maybe things could work out, because she had recently separated from her boyfriend back from high school. So I still wanted to give an attempt to get to know her more and go out with her and see where things lead up to and all that. And it was probably a few months after she broke up with him that we started to go out, started to kiss, started to get to know each other more. We were like 18 going on to 19 years old. Um, she was just a month older than me. So we shared kind of the same household since she was the oldest and I was the oldest in my household, and having that elderly brother, well, for me, and her for elderly sister, type of overlook in her family. And I really like that about her. She was very sweet, very kind, caring, funny, and everything like that. And I felt really happy with her. I felt there were so many things that we could do together, especially starting off college together too, since we met in the college class. Like I'm saying, sorry, my stories go back and forth, but I just don't know where to start sometimes. And so we had met in a college class together. It was early English startup class, something like that we needed for college. Yeah, my English wasn't so good, and maybe hers was really good, so I don't know why she was in the class, but um, my English wasn't so good, and maybe it's not so good right now still, but I'm trying. And then yeah, so the class was for about a week, and then I got to partner up with her in class, and I remember that, yeah, she looked very pretty the first time she walked into class. I still remember that day. She was wearing a white shirt, with short shorts, curly hair, her skunk hair, and red lips. And um, from there, I was like, oh, well, geez, she's so cute. And I had never had a girlfriend before, so it was like, oh, well, I wanted to, it's college. I wanted to know more about like being with someone and getting to know them and all that. I've had friends that were girls, but nothing like that we went into, oh, to kiss, to go out. I've never had a, before this, I never went out with anyone like that. And I didn't really have too many friends in high school either. Oh, and by the way, I'm almost hitting 30 already, so this is from like long ago. And yeah, it was, I think it was a kind of like, oh, well, I wanted to explore more, to know myself more, and also, we'll see what's a relationship about. And yeah, she sat next to me, but we didn't really talk as much. We were partnered up together to work on like this one homework or something that the teacher, well, professor, gave us. And we had like a little going like back and forth, like a good little thing going on. Everything was chill, and I just wanted to get to know her more. I didn't want to like, oh, like she's mine already. Like I just wanted to know, oh, a new person in my life. And then I throughout the week we would like talk in class, but nothing outside of class. And then like at the last day, I waited for her outside of class just to get her phone number, or and well, pretty much, yeah, just any like contact info so we could talk after, since we had a cool time, I think. And yeah, she was like one of the last ones to come out of class. And then I just came up to her. I said, oh, hey, would it be okay to like get your phone number, or so we could like talk and all that? And it was fun. She wanted to give me her Snapchat, but then my phone was all bad. It didn't have any of that. What was it like? I said, no, I don't have any of that, but would it be okay to still get your phone number? She said, yeah. And it was fun. I texted her like a week later, because I wanted to be like kind of cool and whatever, like, you know, not to like be so upfront, like, oh yeah, I wanna be desperate in a way, in that sense, back in the day, like, oh, 18 19 years 18 years old, I was still 18. So yeah, I texted her a week later. She didn't know who I was, but then like I would like joke with her, like, oh, it's someone that you really something like that, you couldn't forget this face, or I don't know, whatever I said. But yeah, anyways, we were having a good time talking, texting over the phone, and it was fun. We started to go out, I think maybe a week or two later. And I remember our first day going out. It was really fun. I think she had fun too. So many little things happened throughout the day. Dang, I'm remembering so much. Just because they were happy memories too. We went out to watch a movie. We went to get In-N-Out. We even went to Target that day. And I was such a fool. Like, oh my gosh, I was so clumsy. I was like dropping everything. I dropped ice cream all over my hands. It was just all everywhere. We went to the movies. I think I dropped the popcorn there too. I was just tripping over stuff because I was all like, I guess, nervous. Like I said, it was my first date. Well, we didn't call it a date then, but it was our first time going out, and it was fun. I really loved that moment. And after that, we started to message more and all that, and started to get more like deeper feelings for each other. I think one time one time actually, it was funny. We were supposed to do some orientation thing for school, but instead we ditched it because it wasn't mandatory. So we're like, let's just go to the beach. And we went to the beach instead and had a fun time out there, just on the sand, walking along the shore. We arm wrestled. Got some more ice cream, like the little paletas. And then, yeah, it was just a fun time. A really fun time. Once we started to get more into deeper feelings, I remember a message that she said that she recently had, like I said, broke up with her boyfriend and wasn't sure about going into another relationship. And for me, I really wanted to know her more. I said, I really want to be like getting to know you more, and our dates have been so fun and all that. And so that was one thing, like looking back into it, maybe we should have waited some more. But anyways, we still started to go out more. I like respected her space too as well. And then like, I mean, then after a while, we just started to like, okay, like start to more like kids, make out, all that stuff. What a couple would do like in a relationship. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend on on September 11th, right? I didn't recognize that it was that day, but I asked her on that day, and then we set that date because I asked her on that date. And it was just our little thing between us. You asked me on this day, and it was okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to change the date, but I asked her on that day, and well, we worked it out. We said, yeah, that day and all that, but we still respected everything that happened on that particular day. I don't want to get into details for that, but after that, I think we had like some arguments here and there, but it's just little minor things. Nothing that would upset, that would hold grudges or anything. And then I guess at some point I started working a little more, so I was not able to see her as much, and I really wanted to though, but with work and everything, I wanted to like get money so we could go out. And then I noticed that she really liked to go out, which is cool and all that. But then like started to go out with more just one-on-one with other guys, and I was like, oh, that's kind of, I don't know if that's okay with a relationship. Maybe we should have set boundaries. I'm going back and forth, like, hey, maybe we should have set boundaries at that point, instead of letting it just be free-flowing. But like I said, it was my first relationship. I just didn't know what to do, and I was young, 19 probably already at that point. And then some things led to other things, and then we would take breaks. But then at one point, there was this one other guy that really liked her, and she would go out with him. And then the guy she liked him in a sense, like as a friend, but the guy liked her as more than that. And then they still kept going out. Me thinking it was still okay, because I was thinking in a sense like, as long as she respects our relationship by not going into something that's strange, like started to cheat or whatever and all that, then I would cut it off. There's nothing that I would want after that. And then another thing led to that, where we were on a break, and she the guy kissed her, and then not on the cheek, on the lips. And then she kind of was stepped a bit, like, oh, what's going on? And told him that maybe Vincent, my name, Vincent and her are still probably a thing. And I mean, that did hurt, you know, because I knew that she knew he liked her, and I was like, okay, what the heck? And then they still were kind of going out here and there, but I just didn't trust it more. So I said, I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to go out because of what happened. And she kind of got a little frustrated at me with that. Kind of like I'm taking away her friends. And I felt, well, betrayed at that point too, because it wouldn't make sense to still keep on going with someone when they've already told you how much they like you, and they've already attempted to go and to kiss you. They've already kissed you and all that. And then as for me, I mean, I hadn't done anything like that would be at that sense where, oh, what's he doing on the side, and what's he doing on this and that. And I was just being a regular person, just in a relationship, going to school, going to work, studying, being with family and all that, just basically how it is. And then throughout our relationship, yeah, we had a lot of fun times, a lot of good times. I would forget that, and I did, until other things started popping up again, where, okay, you're starting to go out one-on-one with another guy, and then after some times that you guys go out, again, he says, okay, I want to be with you. And it was kind of strange where there wasn't a boundary set again when I already stated, okay, if someone's already liking you, saying that they want to be with you, then it's best for you to say you're in a committed relationship. But maybe it wasn't like that on her end. And I can say for sure, oh, thank goodness that I've never done anything bad during our relationship. Any way of cheating, any way of like, oh, kissing another girl, another, like holding another girl, like exchanging messages with someone that shouldn't have been done, all during our relationship. And yeah, I didn't have anything to hide in that sense. I just liked photos of other friends that I had, liking their posts and all that. If it was something funny, I liked it. If it was something dumb, I liked it. If it was something like, I guess, I don't know, a selfie, but nothing like, oh, that they would be showing things. It was just like a smile or whatever, something funny. I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. Which is all okay. And then, yeah, I think what happened more was that I tried to be with her more, and I felt that I wasn't as much, and she wanted to still go out with other friends, all while going to school and studying, so it was like less time that I had with her. And at that point, I was just, maybe this isn't right for us, so that's why we started taking more breaks. But then at some point we started to figure out that, yeah, like we really like to be with each other. We really love each other and all that. We would go out on trips to the national parks together. We like to the Grand Canyon, Sequoia, up to over to Yosemite. We would go to Santa Barbara, down to San Diego, just little mini trips for us. And it was really fun. I was making money, more money, because of the jobs that I was in, and taking her out and all that. And she would pitch in too, and I really appreciated that from her. Very grateful that she would help out with food, like when we would go out, or like little snacks here and there too, and just making sure everything is all nice and set, all that. And she was a great companion, a great partner, a great girl to be with. Just everything was fun. We had lots of fun, just enjoying nature, enjoying the time together, whether it was boring or whether it was exciting, peaceful, calm. It was great. And then more things would happen where last year, this is like when we were, not last year, let me see, I'm trying to think. Well, I would ask her, okay, what do you think about marriage and all that? This was like maybe our 6th or 7th year together. What do you think about marriage? And just trying to get her perspective, like, okay, what she would want. And she would say she didn't really care about that. It doesn't signify anything much to her. And I was like, okay, well, honestly, asking that question is because I'm thinking about it. So, but then her saying that, then I'm like, well, it kind of threw me off in a way, like, maybe she doesn't think of this relationship as a long-term thing, or not. But I'm like, we've been together for 6 years, so there has to be something. And I would say, let's try to make something together. Let's try to, I don't know, put a name to both of us where we have like a savings account or like a bank account together, to pitch into something, or like, I don't know, a bill together, whatever. But no, nothing like that had happened. I would still comment like, oh, well, what do you think of it now? Like, what are your goals in life? What do you want to do? She wouldn't really want to talk about that, because maybe she didn't know still what she wanted in life. But it was never like, oh, I want to be with you, or I want to do this. Like, I want to accomplish this goal, with a career, or with like self fulfillment. And then, yeah, I just wanted to see where her train of thought was. Where was she going? Or so I could help in some sense, like just support her and be with her. And I just wanted her to achieve anything that she wanted. Since she's helped me out a lot too. There are so many things that she helped me out with family, with financial things, and I also helped her out with that too. And whether it was little things, I appreciate anything, to the big things that she did, everything. And I started to say, well, I want to go to Texas and to live a new life kind of over there, and to see what to do, because right here I live in California, Southern California. Everything's so expensive that we can't afford like good housing unless you want to just live in an apartment, and you have like a job that pays $150,000 or more, then you could probably afford a house, or maybe even not that. So I was saying what they think about this, like what they think maybe we could move to Texas or maybe somewhere else, like Riverside, or I don't know, something like in Orange County. Probably that's probably still more expensive, but more like in a different county. Or what did she think? And she was mainly saying things like, oh well, I want to stay home with my family, I want to take care of my sister, and I want to be with her until she's older. um, Mind you, that would be another 8 years or so until she's older, like adult age. And we were already together for 7, 8 years already at that point. And that kind of got me to think like, well, what are we doing together if I'm gonna be probably in my hitting 40 already, close to 40, and we still don't have anything together. Like, no, at that age when her sister's already an adult or something. And there's nothing that we have to our name at this point. There's no goals for us to be together for a home or for just in the future, anything. I said, well, I want to do something with you. I want to work something out. I want to be with you, and I want to take you to Texas. And if you want to bring your sister, your family, anything, because her family also was renting and looking for homes and all that. I was like, well, we can go over there, and or we could go anywhere, but just let's just do something. It was more of a type of dream thing that I wanted to do. Like, well, let's move somewhere. But she wouldn't really see it that's that point. I just, in my head, I wanted to be with her. I've been with you for so many years, and I've experienced so many beautiful things with you, and so much love has happened between us, and I can feel that we still love each other so much. It's just maybe the spark wasn't there anymore, and we probably wanted to do other things. I don't know. I wanted to do something in physical therapy because it was close to home. Maybe I could be with her. Or occupational therapy, since I really like both fields. It's about working out, and I really love to work out. It's about mobility, physicalness, and like all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, I could do something like that and stay close to home. We could still see each other. Me still thinking that I want to be with her. And then for her, it was more like, no, I want you to do what you want to do in life. If it sounds like I'm going to start to stop you from achieving your goals. And I was just like, my goal is to be with you. I don't understand. Like, it didn't make sense. And then, yeah, something where towards the end of our relationship, we were still okay. In February, we still had fun. For Valentine's Day, this is a year later, huh? A year later, like, I'm making this video a year later, probably. That's what I'm saying. We were still having fun. I took her out to this one museum, the Love Museum. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on where we were still, like, we still really wanted to be with each other. And then I just thought maybe something's going on like outside of the relationship, and then she started to go out with another guy, where uh, it's someone that I knew. So I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh well, it's just the friend thing. But then some things came up where I was like, okay, this is kind of strange. She would talk about him more during our time together, saying, oh, how he loves to do this, he loves to do that, and really more of like an admiration type of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then every time we would talk about him more too, talk about what his goals were, and then I was like, oh, talk about like what he does in outside of work, and I was like, okay, well, and then saying that he's a great friend to her. I was like, okay, yeah, that's good. And then it would just be one-on-ones, but then like she started to take him out more to like Universal Studios, just one-on-one. I was like, okay. Again, it feels like this is happening again from the first time in our relationship. And then they would stay out at night, like to go to concerts together. Well, they went to a concert together. I was like, all late. I was like, okay, just them two, and saying that, oh, he would like drink, and then like she would have to drive him around. I was like, what's going on? So like after the concert, he drank or whatever, and then she had to take him home and all that. And I was like, okay, this is already sounding all bad. And I said, well, it sounds like this is turning into something else other than a friendship type of thing. You guys are going out on dates, basically like going to the movies together, going out to eat to restaurants, going out to concerts, to Universal. And then I guess that started to get to her more, where it's like, no, it's not getting to that. And I said, it sounds like the first time when we were first together with the same thing. And it did lead up to that. It was the same thing. The guy started to like her more, and then told her all this, that he wants to be with her. And I already knew it was heading that way. And she didn't want to lose him as a friend, so she just said that, oh, I just want to be friends right now. But then they would still go out together, just one-on-ones, and obviously the guy still liked her. And then we, like in May, was a time where I mentioned again the Texas thing, and we hadn't talked for about a week because all of these things were happening with the guy. And then that's the thing, we didn't talk for a week, but it was my sister and I, we went to the gym, and then she was coming out of the gym. I didn't even know she was there, but once I saw her, I told my sister, oh, go inside, I'll catch up with you. And then I talked with her outside of her car, and we went in, and then I told her, this is how it looks like we're going. Nothing's happening between us. We're together for 9.5 years already, and there's still nothing to our name. There's still nothing. And I've mentioned so many things that I wanted to do with you, and then like I want to spend my life with you and everything, but it sounds like that you just don't see that. And her goal was to mainly take care of the sister, and I said, okay. Her sister's fine. Her sister is a normal kid with 2 loving parents. I would say 2 loving parents and more provider on one end, but still very loving. And providing them with what they need. But she just felt obligated to give that to her sister, to be with her until she's grown up and all that. And I said, okay, I respect that. It sounds like our goals are just not the same anymore. Not even like the same, but like are not converging together, where we've been together for a long time, and then we don't have nothing, and then all this is going on the side. I said, okay, what do you want to do? And she's the one that said she wanted to separate. So I said, okay. I mean, I still, in my head, even though with all these things going on, I'm like, she was everything to me. Like she meant so much to me, and then I just didn't know how to react. I was still crying, and I cried, she cried, and we wanted to be friends, which doesn't work out. I thought we could, but there's no way. We wanted to be friends, and then so we were still going out together and having fun. Maybe it was just like we were trying to force something to happen again, maybe rekindle something. But I really wanted to be like a boyfriend, not a boyfriend, but her partner at that point. Like I wanted to be with her. And then she didn't really want to be with me some days, but then some days she did want to be with me, more affectionate. And then another day we would go out, she wouldn't be affectionate. So it was a lot of back and forth, probably because of her feelings for the other guy at that point. And yeah, there was things where I wanted to move out of my home because there were so many things going on, and like a lot of negative things, and I just didn't want to be in that environment. So I moved out, and I invited her to my place and all that. Like we would come cook together still. Like we were basically still in a relationship, but it felt like she was here, but then again, like it didn't make sense, where we would still cuddle, where we would still hold arms together, not hold hands, she would say, just hold arms, because it feels less intimate. Kind of having me on the back end of her pocket in a sense, and I really wanted to be like hers. And then she would still be going out with the other guy. The other guy just, again, telling her how much he likes her and going out with her. And then, I mean, I found out these other things too during our separation, like in maybe like a month or two after our separation, that there was another person involved during our relationship that he was talking to. That he was talking to her. Not the same, another guy. And she would go out with him, and then he would tell her how perfect of a woman she is, that how she is so beautiful, that sending her hearts and sending her so many like kisses and all these things, and telling her how much he wants to be with her, and they would still go out. And I was just that was just basically like the third nail in the coffin again, after finding out, the first thing that happened in our relationship, then after that, what she was doing with the guy that I kind of knew from work, or from my previous work, where I used to work. And then this other thing where I saw the messages on her old phone because I just felt like there was something there. So it's just the three nails just again, and I called her out on it over the phone. I said, "What the hell are you doing? All this." She said it was just compliments. It was not compliments. She wouldn't engage, but she would still continue going out with him. She would still want to talk to him, want to be with him. And I was just, no. And then the next thing that happened was, okay, around her birthday time, we would still be talking, and she invited me to her birthday, and it was just a little family thing. This was, again, I'm so bad at telling stories. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll try to, I don't know. But this is mainly for me too. So just to remember that, and then I'll tell you guys how I worked through this too. So sorry for the long video, but this is for me too. And I hope maybe you can relate in some way and then work things out in your own way too. So yeah, during that time, so let's go before her birthday and all that. So once I started to be in my own place, I was like, man, you know what? Like, she's going out with other guys. I want to meet with other people too, and all that. Like, I just was like, no. Yeah, she comes over, but she's not really like my girl or in any sense. And she's been going out with this other guy like every week on the weekend, or like every other weekend, and it's like I'm basically put on the side. I'm like, let's just see what's going on. I haven't dated, I hadn't done anything like before that, and well, I wanted to just like see what was out there. And then yeah, I started messaging girls, like on the friends apps, on the dating apps, on any apps that were out there, like to just talk to people. And then yeah, I found like some basically okay, some other girls that were like, oh yeah, that they just wanted to talk, and then other girls that were more into doing more, I guess, like they wanted to do things already like on the spot, like, oh okay, like let's start talking like all in a way that maybe is inappropriate. Well, yeah, would be inappropriate. But it's fine because I'm just saying inappropriate to say maybe in this video. I'm not sure, but I was texting them. We were sending pictures back and forth, like okay, just like here and there, and I felt like kind of guilty in a sense. And then yeah, I was like, well, I don't know about this. Like I'm still like I still want my ex, and I still want to be with her in a sense. So I felt like I was cheating in a sense, but then like we weren't together. We hadn't been together for about 6-7 months or so, and I was like, yeah, like I felt bad because, like I was saying, sometimes she wanted to be affectionate, and sometimes it was just nothing, and then other days she wanted to. So it was kind of like stringing me along in a sense, and I just felt bad, and I was like, I don't know, like, but I wanted to talk to other people, and I wanted to know them, and let me see what I could, like, I don't know, find out from others. Like, get to know them, send pictures, whatever. And yeah, some pictures were inappropriate, but it was all consensual, and it was all like on both parties. It was all consensual and all that. And I think in that sense, it started to hit me more where, you know what, this is like the relationship that we previously had is just no longer there. And I still wanted to like maybe still do something, but then I was just like, nah, it's not even gonna work out. I told her that I'll be there for her in any way that she needs, and even if we're not together, she appreciated that. Probably because she was just done with me too, and I hadn't told her yet about what I was doing. And then, like, before that, like a few months before that, we would still be doing things like cuddling and all the other things, but then things just wouldn't work out. Like, we'd both start to cry, and then it was just like, what's going on here? And like, what is this? And I felt so bad, and yeah, like, because of that, I wanted to find someone who wanted me, and someone who wanted to talk to me, someone who like appreciated who I was. And then yeah, we talked a lot about what was going on in, like, with the new guy, with me, and like her sense of self. She felt that she was living a double life, going out to dance with him, going out to Disney. Oh, well, Disney is another place they went to, for her birthday, and then how he provided her like so many things for her birthday: Disney tickets, like makeup, gift cards, so many things. And I'm over here where I can't provide that much because I'm paying my rents and I'm paying my bills and I have somewhere to live now. And so yeah, I still like invited her out to eat, and still like got her flowers for her birthday and chocolates. I just didn't want it to be something where, oh my gosh, he's providing so much to me, like to make her feel bad. Because, oh well, I forgot to mention, like, before I would be texting like inappropriately to other girls and all that, like all this, like maybe a month or two after a relationship, I still wanted to be with her. So I would like write her cards, and I would bring her flowers to her doorstep, and like tell her how much I wanted to be with her, and like go to her at night to talk. Maybe we could rekindle it, and I would be crying and all that for sure. And so yeah, I think with everything that I was like going through, it was just the worst moments of my life, because it's just someone that you've been together for so long is just there. It's like putting you on the side. And because of that, I started to look elsewhere. I started to see what was out there instead. And then, because when she told me, like the last conversations that we had, kind of in person, yeah, we were in person in the car, still talking, and we were eating and all that, and I think it was some In-N-Out. And then she would tell me how she feels that that she was living a double life, that she would come home crying because she didn't know what was going on. There was what she said, like even during the dancing, it was like, oh, that it was more intimate than friends. And yeah, after that, I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna tell her. The next day, that night, I just told her. I was asking ChatGPT how I felt and all that. I didn't feel like I had someone to tell this to, because I was just, I just was like, I don't know what to do. I'm over here, like I was talking to other girls. She's saying that she's living a double life, that she wants to either like be with me or be with him. And I just felt so bad that for me, but mainly for herself. I'm still thinking about her, like, but I just couldn't sleep at night for like months already because I was in so much like anxiety, so much pain mentally, and I didn't think this was affecting me so much, what I was doing online, but it was because she was more like telling me that she wanted to be with me, kind of showing some ways that she wanted to be with me, kind of showing some ways that she didn't want to be with me, kind of showing ways that she moved on. She was just in such a state where she didn't know what to choose and wanted to have both, but I didn't. There was no possible way. I'm not going to be friends with her while she's with another guy, and she's not going to be friends with him while she's with me because of all the other things that have happened. And there's not going to be any poly whatever that's called. I was like, yeah, hell no. It's me or no one. That's it. And same with her. It's like me or no one. So I said, okay, like I was like, Chad, like I did this, and I feel like I want to be with her, but I like if she chooses me, I don't want her to like, in a sense, and to be with me and then not know what I did. And yeah, it made me realize all these other things, and then I talked to a peer advocate in the morning too. And the same thing is just like, what would make you feel better? Like, imagine if she was with you and then you were doing all this, you had done all this, and then she didn't know. And it's like, what? It didn't make it was like, if anything like that happened to me, I would want to know. So I told her what I did through text, and then she thought that I was like I was all like, well, not wanting to be here anymore or something. I just said, no, that's not what it is. It's what I did with talking inappropriately with other girls, and I mean women. I don't know why I say girls, but with other women. And then well, she took it as, well, it's like we're not together, but then she felt disgusted, felt embarrassed, felt angry that this was happening, and that it would be, well, I'll get to that in a bit. And I mean, I bawled my eyes out. Like, I've never cried in my life before, and it was something where I just had to let it out. Like, I was so nervous. My heart was beating so fast. There was sweat coming out of my armpits, like cold sweat. Like, what is she gonna think about me? But it didn't. It was just like, you just have to. I just pressed send, and then yeah, after that I was like, damn, like I sent it. I told her what I did. I was just waiting for her response, and then yeah, all that. That day, like, she still wanted to go out to the gym together, since we would do that. That was our last gym session together, because I mean, I was bawling out, and then she was looking at me all like I was a disgusting person, the eyes that she would give me, and then yeah, that we couldn't be together anymore after that. And I had to talk to a psychiatrist about the ways that I was feeling. I talked with my family about it, about what I did, to the psychiatrist about what I did. I felt that I cheated. The psychiatrist was like, no, you didn't cheat because you guys weren't together. She was out having fun herself. That's another guy, and well, you were talking to another girls, and that's it. I was like, yeah, I didn't think of it like that. I guess it was just more of the feeling that of still being together for so long and all that. Just the psychiatrist helped me see that in a sense, like you have to have the power to do what you want to do. If you want to not talk to her anymore, you have the power to do that. If you want to continue to talk to her, you have the power to do that. Like how she had the power over you being with her. She could have said yes at any time, any of your letters, any of the flowers that you brought to her, any time that you went to her to see her at night, any time that you guys cooked together, any time that she came over to your place to have a good time, to study, to do anything. Anytime that you guys were out, she could have said, I want to be with you, and it didn't happen. And now I have the power. I have the power to decide what I want to do in my life. And from then, like, I told my ex, like, okay, we have to talk one last time in person. Because this isn't gonna work out. So we talked one last time at the park, and then, yeah, right there, we talked for a few hours about the relationship, saying how I kind of messed up her friendships, and then how I was like telling her, like, this is more for us to learn from this relationship. I mean, the advice that I gave her was, when there's someone that is deep and meaningful to you, and then there's another person that comes in your life that starts to show these feelings for you, it's best to be responsible, to be firm with your decision that you want to be with the person that you're committed to tell them that you're in a relationship, and if you're not happy, then tell the person that you're in the relationship that you're not happy, that you are seeing other people in a different way. To respect that boundary of friendship and something more than a friendship, a relationship with someone. And then, yeah, our last talk was then. That was the last time I saw her in person, and we haven't, or even her face at all. And then, yeah, like, my birthday came up after, and then she sent me a happy birthday. I appreciated that. The holidays came up. We sent each other a happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and that's it. We hadn't talked since then. No messages, no nothing. But during that time of, like, after we talked, I'll tell you how I'm still healing during this process too. So I started to go to therapy groups. It's called Un Curso de Milagros. So it's just, in English, it's miracles. Basically, a course of miracles. And this it's a whole book. It's a meeting that we have, and it helps me be more confident in myself, even though I'm still working on it, as you can see, maybe from the video. Um, that my confidence is like it's not so high, but it's something very sensitive to me. That's why that too. Um, but overall, my confidence is going up, and I feel better about myself, knowing that I have goals that I want to achieve that are higher than were before. And I've also gone to other therapy groups for codependency. Um, and then the another group for um, the double A group. Well, even though I don't drink alcohol or like smoke or anything, I don't do any drugs or nothing. Um, it's just groups that would help me out to bring myself up more, get myself at a better state of mind. And I've been doing this for 3 or 4 months now. Weekly sessions, bi-weekly or 2 times per week sessions. Going to these groups, and it's helped me out tremendously. And I've also found someone else that and also like that has helped me gain so much confidence in myself, that has helped me realize that I'm able to achieve so much in my life. um, Anything is possible, and very loving person, and I'm so grateful for her as well. And I've also rekindled some friendships with past coworkers and past friends that we hadn't really talked. Um, I felt like I was in a bubble with my previous with my ex, and I had forgotten so much about my family and my cousins and my friends, what else in life there was, what more I could achieve in life. And right now I'm doing the best that I can to keep going, even though I don't have a lot of money right now. I know that I'm better, I'm at a better state of mind than where I was back then. I can sleep through the whole night without sweating, profusely sweating, waking up with an anxious sweat. Waking up in the middle of the night just with my thoughts running, or not being able to sleep at night because of my thoughts just running and running. Not being able to work out because I'm just thinking about everything and what could be happening when they're going out and all that. It's just, it feels like a liberation type of thing. Like, okay, I'm out of this bubble. I don't need to worry about things going wrong. But yeah, the only thing that's kind of worrying me is like the money, kind of, I guess. Like, okay, well, I don't have a lot right now, and I don't even have that much, honestly. But I do have somewhere to live still, and I'm able to pay my rent, my bills. I'm able to still get food. Just got to be very, very tight budget that I have, and I haven't told this to my new. Well, I haven't told her technically that I want like that. Where she's my girlfriend, but she's very dear to me, very loving to me, and I love her as well. And she's helped me out so much, and I can't appreciate her more than I can right now. I'm just like so happy to have found someone that is so caring. I've never known someone so caring before, and so uplifting and so supportive of everything and anything. very much of a listener, and I'm just like, what is going on? Um, I was just, I don't know. I think when you bring peace in your life, you find, well, this is the next thing, okay? What the group helps me is to build confidence in myself, to bring peace into my life, to remove myself from being codependent on others' feelings for me to feel happy. Um, Although it's always great to bring people like that can uplift you in your life, you yourself need to be happy. You yourself need to find peace, and I'm finding that peace a lot. There's so many things that I'm into that I had forgotten during the relationship. Ah, man, astronomy is so fun. Math is even fun too. I'd never even liked math that much. It's just so insane how math, astronomy, and physics all come together to show us what this world is. Um, and then it's just what all the things that are out there in the world, just so peaceful. All the nature that there is, the silence, the peace, the inner peace inside your mind, that there's no thoughts running through your mind about jealousy, about fighting, about arguments, about anything in that negative sense. It's just freeing. It frees you. Freeze, Frees, not freeze like frozen. And a lot of the things that I'm still working on is, well, building up my confidence, building up my peace, knowing that everything's gonna be fine, everything's just gonna be fine, and that we have to live day by day. Today is a day where we accomplish something new. Today is a day where I have a brand new, fresh start to something. And I don't mind. I don't mind what is going else out in the world. It's just my life. My life that I need to appreciate, that I need to care about. My family as well, my closest friends, my closest cousins, all of them, very appreciative. I hold them in my hands, so dear and near to my heart. Man, I'm very blessed to find so many people that have helped me out through this. My goodness, I can never appreciate them enough. And well, if you guys want to talk or anything, I'm gonna put my, I don't know, my Instagram on the bottom. Yeah, you should just shoot me a message, and then we could, I don't know, talk about things if you want, or anything. I know this is a long video. It's already over an hour. I don't even know if it would, like, my phone is gonna be able to put it on YouTube, but yeah, tell me if you wanna, like, if you're in SoCal, somewhere here, just let me know. We could bring you over to the groups that I go to, and oh my gosh, honestly, like sometimes, well, they're in Spanish too, but you just feel that peace in you after you get out of the group, like just out of the session. Gosh, like, I'm so happy to be able to be right here, right now, where I am, because there's so many things that could have gone wrong, so many things, and I could have, oh my gosh, I could have just been done with my life too, but no, like, I was able to find peace in me. I'm very grateful for everyone watching this video, for everyone that's been in my life. You guys have shown me so much peace, so much joy, so much knowledge, everything. Thank you guys. Let me know if you've gone through something like this. I can also in another video put like things that have helped me more, because this video is so long already. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, but let me know. Okay, thank you.